Guys, Scotty Fritz here. I'm sorry about the delay of like 3 days on the horror Halloween recommendation reviews. But I'm back again. I just watched 3 movies. This is the first out of those 3 I watched. Today I watched Roger Corman's Bucket of Blood. This was made in 1959, and it stars the young Dick Miller. Now, the movie's about a man named Walter. He works at a club where art and poetry is performed. There's a bunch of like art paintings on the wall, and there's a guy that says poetry. Well, a fancy saxophonist plays in the background. Really, and this was made in 1959. This is like when the 60s were about to take hold, and a whole different generation was about to start up. Sorry, I'm out of breath. And it's about this young guy named Walter. He works there. He's a busboy. He's a waiter, and he takes people's drinks. And he's treated poorly and looked down upon by the manager of the poetry bar. And he's criticized. He's an artist, and he works with clay. And one day he's taking up drinks, and a bunch of people, criticize him, and he gets really frustrated. So he goes home. He's extremely frustrated. He takes out his clay that he's gotten in the mail. He starts to work with it, and he's really angry at this point. And little does he know, his cat is stuck on the wall. His cat got in the vent somehow, and is crawling through the walls. Not through the walls, inside the walls. I guess it's really hollow. And he lives in an apartment. So he's really frustrated, and he slams on the wall. He's like, "How'd you get in the wall, Vinny?" or whatever the cat's name is. And it's kind of funny at first. You're thinking, "Oh, the cat's stuck in the wall," he's gonna get it out. He takes a knife, and I'm going, "Oh, okay, something bad's gonna happen." And he's like, "I'll get you out, Vinny," or whatever the cat's name is. He stabs to the wall, and what do you know? He penetrates the cat with the knife. And yeah, he takes the cat out, knife through it, and he's like horrified by what he's just done. It's by accident. And yeah, goes all downhill from there. Not the storyline, the movie's great, but his actions. So, he's an artist, he works with clay, so he gets the cat and molds clay over it to where it's basically just a casting, except the cat is actually inside the clay mold. So it looks like he's created a mold clay version of a cat with a knife sticking out of it, and he thinks it's like pure art, and he ends up selling it at the poetry bar, and it looks like a real cat. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, you're such an artist," and he ends up making a lot of money off of this one cat he made, and it's a clay cat with the knife sticking out of it. But little does anybody know that there's a real cat inside of it, a dead one. Well, of course, it would be dead anyway if it was stuck inside clay, but he sells this thing, and, he's being noticed by the rest of the bar patrons, and one of his fans, I guess you could say, a new fan, she gives him heroin as a reward. He takes the heroin back to his apartment without even knowing what it is, and one of the people that also was at the bar saw him and follows him home, and that person happens to be a guy named Louis, who is an officer. The officer meets up with Walter and confronts him and says, "You're going to be under arrest for, possession of narcotics." And Dick Miller's character says, "No, I don't want to go to jail." And in an act, I don't know if you'd really call it self-defense, it's more like he's going insane slowly, he grabs a pot and smashes the officer's head with the pot, or the pan, whatever the hell you want to call it, and cracks his head open, and guess what he does? Fame goes to his head, and he casts the man's body, cracking the head and all, and makes a sculpture out of it, and he sells it. And basically, the rest of the movie, this is 1 hour and 5 minutes, it's almost as long as Blood Feast, and that was very short as well, and basically, he goes around killing people and making sculptures from their body by putting clay over it. And he sells them. Nobody knows it. Now, I'm not going to give away the end of the movie. It's a great movie. If you want to if you want to watch a short little horror movie with good acting, good directing, you know, a little bit of crime, mystery, gritty, black and white cinema, then yeah, go for it. Pluck it a bud. It's awesome. Dick Miller plays a good psychopath, or his character, you kind of have sympathy for him in the beginning, but very slowly, by the end of the movie, you're thinking, yeah, this guy's off his rocker. But yeah, that's Bucket of Blood, and all I can say is check it out. It might be on Turner Classic Movies. I don't know. They showed it last year, but it's a great movie. So yeah, that was episode. I don't know. I'll find out. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.